Welcome to the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Thursday, August 27th. This is Gina Palma. This week, daily thunderstorms will still continue with elevated initial attack. We will also have gusty winds in north and central areas this week with stronger winds on Saturday. However, we are expecting wetter showers and thunderstorms Friday and Saturday over the northern half of the region as we get more monsoon moisture to push north. Although fire danger values are not at record levels, very dry vegetation is efficiently carrying fire across the landscape in combination with weather. So a lot of this moisture has not been effective. Looking at our fire potential impact map, again, you can see the thunderstorms widespread across the region the next several days, along with the wind, especially in northern and western areas and into central areas of the Great Basin. The stronger winds today will be up north in central Idaho, where we will see some gusts to 30 to 40 miles per hour. As we move into Friday, gusty winds are mainly expected in central and southern areas. However, we will see greater thunderstorm and shower activity across the north with the better chances of wetting rains over parts of western and northern Nevada. On Saturday, this better chance of wetting rains shifts further east and generally over northern Utah, northern Nevada, and up into Idaho. Although some of these heavier amounts will still be scattered, we will see much higher humidity and cooler temperatures. On Saturday, we will see the strongest winds over parts of Nevada and into southern and central areas of the Great Basin. Although we will see higher humidity, these wind gusts could be over 40 or 50 miles per hour. Precipitation over the last 24 hours has been definitely scattered with the lightning that we have seen. We saw quite a bit of lightning over the eastern half of the region and some isolated storms out west. And the precipitation, again, with some of these heavier wetting rain amounts, was very spotty. Over the last 7 days, not including the limited precipitation we saw yesterday, we've seen precipitation in many areas of the eastern half of the Great Basin, with still some of those drier spots being western Idaho and much of western and southern Nevada and even parts of Utah. Yesterday, we had 39 fires reported for over 14,000 acres, with plenty of large fires across the landscape, with over 46,000 acres of growth on our large fires, and that number could greatly go up. Great Basin remains at PL4, with Nick at PL5. Our morning satellite shows plenty of moisture across the region to account for those expected thunderstorms today. As far as smoke impacts, we will see smoke from our fires in our region as well as the timber fire in California, but really minimal smoke impacts with the amount of moisture we will have moving into the area over the next couple of days. Currently, our fire danger conditions, we are still seeing our ERCs generally above the 70th to 80th percentile, with some pockets above the 90th percentile. And you can see our graphs on the right. We will see a decrease in some areas that we will see some wetting rains, especially across the northern half of the region. But then with drier air returning after that, we will see those ERCs creep back up. Looking at our weather pattern the next few days, we do have an area of low pressure in British Columbia, which will continue moving east over the next few days, and it will bring cooler temperatures as well as tap into more of that monsoon moisture, giving us better chances of wetting rains as we get through the Friday-Saturday timeframe in the north. Otherwise, it will continue to provide gusty winds. So today we do have high risk across a large area in the north and west for those gusty winds. We also have seen recent thunderstorms in many of these areas, so we could see some holdovers popping up. Today, our main risks for drier type lightning or at least thunderstorms with very strong gusty outflow winds will be across parts of western Nevada, but also into northeast Nevada and northern Utah and into southern Idaho. We will see those gusty winds further south today, and those winds will continue on Friday in central areas of the Great Basin, so we do continue high risk. Although some of these areas in northern Utah, it will be more of a risk for gusty outflow winds than some of these sustained southerly or southwest winds. By Saturday, we will have had a couple of days of some areas of higher humidity, cooler temperatures, and wetting rains, so we don't have any high risk. But with those stronger winds, we continue to see that moderate risk remain in northern and western areas and in central areas. And looking at some of these details, again, today you can see those gusty winds in northwest Nevada accompanied by the lower relative humidity and also up into central Idaho, although relative humidity will be a bit higher. Otherwise, mainly thunderstorms with gusty outflow winds the next 2 days. On Friday, the main pockets of sustained southwest winds will again be over eastern Nevada and southwest Utah, although relative humidity will generally be in the teens. We'll continue to see thunderstorms with gusty outflow winds. But the main story Friday and Saturday really is that increase in moisture, and we can see that with the increase in humidity across the northern half of the region Friday and then also into Saturday. Saturday, we are seeing the strongest winds over western areas and over southern areas, and again, many of those areas gusting above 40 miles per hour. Looking at overall moisture, today very spotty with the thunderstorms, but we do see those better chances of some wetting rains as we get into Friday and Saturday. And temperatures today will be the warmest day over the next several days. We will see a significant drop Friday, with those cooler temperatures continuing on Saturday. Looking at Sunday through Tuesday, we will generally see troughing moving across the area or approaching the region, so drier southwest flow will be the main story. So we will see a significant period of drying over western and northern areas of the Great Basin, but we still could see those thunderstorms in eastern areas. So we don't have any high risk from Sunday through Tuesday, but you can see, although we will see moistening of the region going through the Friday through Sunday time period with some of those higher humidities and wetting rains, we will see drier conditions emerge and push eastward going into next week. Looking at some of the details, the main story with the trough to our west will be the gusty winds, and we could see those winds pick up early next week, along with lower relative humidity, especially over western areas. Precipitation Sunday, our heaviest precipitation Sunday and Monday will be over Utah predominantly, and then we'll see drier conditions in many areas. And then temperatures will remain on the cooler side from what we've been seeing recently. Looking at the 7-day significant fire potential outlook recap, our main high risks are today, and then they diminish somewhat Friday, but still those stronger winds on Saturday will be a concern before we see conditions dry out again next week. 6 to 10-day outlook shows generally cooler and wetter conditions across our region. That concludes our briefing for today. Check back tomorrow for the latest updates.